Hello and thanks for tuning in this week. Once again, viewers are getting up. We appreciate your support. It's good, and obviously winning races makes it a bit easier to attract your attention. Got a major champion. Well done, son.
Thank you.
Huge thrill. Happy.
Huge thrill. Good team behind us, made it all possible. And yeah, it's just one of those things we'll never forget. Watching Winx come into that Moonee Valley straight. There we were, just standing there, watching the race, silent as two dead bodies, weren't we?
Oh, I thought I was going to become a dead body.
It was
quite.
quite.
I thought I'd have a heart attack.
Surreal is a word I've used, but it's hard to describe. I've seen some great Cox Plates, and when you think of racing, you think of Bone Crusher, our Waverley Star, you think of Might and Power, you think of Sunline winning Cox Plates, you think of So You Thinks winning Cox Plates, Kaibi Divas, and to ever think that you'd get one yourself to be part of it, it's I don't think it ever enters your memory, your thoughts, let alone it happening. So we're very grateful that we can say that we're part of it. It was a huge, huge thrill.
Yes. And we had Rockalicious in Sydney. She won the last race.
Yeah. On the way to the airport, we were doing a few high fives and carrying on. And just to show how dedicated we are, we came back to our families that night.
Yep.
Gave them a cuddle, and we're back into it Sunday morning.
I had swimming lessons at 8:30. It's not as glamorous as what you think. But no, it was lots of fun.
Yeah, and it hasn't a week gone quick.
Yeah, it's already Wednesday. Feels like it should be Friday.
So it all happens again this week. Derby Day.
We can't wait because it's Derby Day, and we getting ready for big day at Flemington on Saturday. Do you
Possibly our biggest day of the year.
Do you want to touch on? You got anything you want to complain about this week, or are you pretty happy?
We got it all out of my skin. Got away with it unscathed. I'm sure everybody took note.
She's captured plenty of attention. I was getting a bit of ribbon on Friday night at Canterbury for not supporting you more.
Yeah. No, everything's good. Everything's good. It's good to see crowd figures in Sydney are going good.
Yeah. Crowd figures good. That is correct. What do you want to do first?
I reckon we rip straight into Rosehill and then cap it off with Derby Day.
Rosehill, we've fattened the team up here to make sure people aren't getting bored between races on Derby Day. Lady LaFay, Dance of Heroes, and the great big fella Quick Strike in the 1800.
Yeah. Lady LaFay, terrific run first up. I thought she ran well, running second or third. Behind the stablemate.
Good project.
She's improved since then. The 1800 metres will suit with informed Jason Collar aboard. Isn't he riding well?
Very well.
Yeah. He's, I've heard a little whisper he's doing quite a lot of work with his fitness instructor. And I think you can see that just in the way he looks, the way he's riding, and his results speak for themselves. So he's the shining light, I think, in the next 6 to 12 months. And you wait and see. Dance of Heroes, he's racing at Canterbury on Wednesday. Hopefully he's got a win next to his name by the time you watch this video on the first occasion, not the last occasion. He's a tough horse. He's the type of horse that can back up, hence the reason why he's in there. And Quick Strike, touch disappointing second up, but 1800 at Rosehill will suit better.
Religify, haven't seen him for a while. He's in the 1100. Had form around that good sprinter Shiraz. Fair while between drinks for him. He hasn't raced. What's the story with him?
Had feet problems, which is why he had a longer spell than normal. He's come back in great shape. Trialled only on Tuesday, but trialled well, and certainly well within himself to ensure that there's something left there. The option was to go next Saturday, but as all good racing managers, they put across the point as to why they should run this week. And I think you've made your point there. Pressure race, the Canterbury 1100, as would Rosehill, but the bigger track, I think, makes it more.
It's won at Canterbury at the end of last prep, though. Not a confirmed starter, but a good chance.
Good chance, especially with the Barrier 1 and Jason Collar aboard.
Also got a bit of time for Dingu Mountain in the 3-year-old over 1200 resumes. Showed he's got his share of ability last prep.
Certainly did. Had a throat operation during his spell. I think that was affecting him last preparation. So he's getting more air. You need more air to win races, certainly Saturday races. So again, Jason Collett aboard. You've done well to get him on the board a few on a day where there's no riders in Sydney.
I don't think you can disrespect that many of them. That, like Ty England's there.
I'm not saying there's no riders, but it's hard to get it right.
Hard to get it
There's
right. A lot of apprentices.
Yeah, we've had to call on provincial riders for a few of them and apprentices that we wouldn't normally use. So
good.
he'll run well. Do you think you like him?
I think he'd be very hard to beat.
His trials have been good.
His trials have been very good.
I think he's a good horse.
Matter of fact, I know I declared counter-attack to all my loyal supporters. This horse is up there with him. He's not in terms of, I'm saying in terms of chances on Saturday. I really like the horse. But I just want to do a little bit more research on the race first before a dead set declaring.
So you're sitting on the fence, basically.
Not sitting on the fence.
Are you going to put out another video on Saturday morning once you've done
Mate,
it?
you're still cheering and having place bets, so you can hardly go there.
Okay.
Telepathic, Pythagorean, Barry Miller. I can't really give these three much of an introduction. It's not already said in their form.
Telepathic went huge first up, should have won. Got a wide draw to continue with on Saturday. Again, Jason aboard, see what he can overcome, but I think distance track's perfect. Barry Miller, better. Well, her first up run was okay. She's only beaten 2.5 lengths. She's got a good soft draw, and Barry won with tyre board. She'll be hard to beat, but she's weighted up to her best, isn't she? And then Pythagorean. It's been a long time between drinks, but let's hope you can find some form.
2 mares in the fillies and mares, as you expect. 1200, Christy Lee and Sense and Reason. Christy Lee I thought was disappointing the other day in a much tougher race. It's a fair drop in class here.
She's a tricky horse. When she's out of contention, she just gives herself a bye. She doesn't put in.
She won a race. She hasn't won a race in a while. It's a worry.
She's been running some good races. Good strong apprentice and Winona Costin aboard, get 1.5 kilos off her back. Drawn well to get a soft run. I wouldn't discount her too much.
Can I just make a point with her? I know you've said strong riders. The other 2 jockeys that have won and are have been Kieran McAvoy and Samantha Clinton.
They're both strong riders.
I think Sense and Reason is a very, very good chance here.
She only goes any good for Jason Collett.
She only goes, well, she doesn't only go good, but she goes very good first up.
And on soft tracks.
Fortunately, last preparation, first up, I was on holidays, but I did get a bit of the 30s on offer. I think she, with the claim...
Lester Grace, claiming 2.
Lester, the big fella. I was going to call him something also, but probably for an M-rated show.
Gets her weight down to 59.5. She also trialled on Tuesday, trialled very well, but she was shut down late. It was a nice, easy time.
Okay, last race, Merv 8 and Bascule. Well, Bascule was, I thought, really good to see him back in a bit of form.
Much better. Did everything right. Again, Jason aboard. Good draw, barrier 4. Should get a lovely run. He should be racing in better races than this.
And Merv 8, he's been a model of consistency, just needs to get out of the barriers.
He does. He's throwing it away at the start. Again, good soft draw, right distance, and home track.
Let's go to Flemington. Heading down, are you heading down tomorrow?
Same flight as you.
Oh, yeah. What row are you in?
Anywhere from 4 back if it's a small plane. If it's a big plane, anywhere from 12 back.
Yes, very good. Montauk in the first Carbine Club Stakes, barrier 5, Hugh Bowman, impressive win last start.
It was, wasn't it? And he was unlucky to start before that. Wasn't it a great day last year?
Probably one of my better, it was my best day on the Rex hunt up until that point in time of my life.
Wow. Have you had better since then?
Preferment on the Turnbull Stakes was my best, and Winx last Saturday was my second best.
Really?
Yeah. But I'd hedged across the 3 of them, so I was happy cheering all results.
Last year we had Kermadec win this race, the Carbine Club, into the Cornwall Stud Stakes, Brazen Bow, into
Derby,
Preferment. Wow. Ticked a few boxes that day, didn't we? And then he's your man. Got to beat that much.
Yeah, and you promised me a Longines watch, and I got nothing. So what can you give me this year if we win a good race?
If we win the Melbourne Cup, I'll give you.
What about if we win the Lexus Stakes? You buy me a Lexus. Is that fair?
Nah.
Okay.
What about we get a little boat?
Well, I don't want a carbine club.
Get a little fishing boat.
Yeah, I'm going to get one of them anyway. So Longines McKinnon, if we win that, you'll get me the watch this year. And if Raw Sam wins the Maya, you're going to take me to Maya shopping.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
We might do the video there. If she wins next.
No, I'll be doing the video from our exclusive sponsor next week.
We might have a sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. Might have a sponsor.
He's sifting through the resumes. Might be on the one here. Bannatyne in the Mum Wakeful Stakes. I'm going to give all the sponsors a plug after this. Bannatyne, barrier 11, forward or back. Went forward the other day. It was a good run.
It was a good run. Yeah. Did a lot of work, mid-stages, and still was there, 100 to go, to run fourth in a similar field. This race is a Group 2, probably a little bit more depth. And again, a bad draw. Blake Shin rides. If he can find a spot in Parker, switch her off, she'll be a good chance. She's just coped extremely well. She's out of as a Beale mare, big plus at this time of the year in these types of distances.
Cool Company and Good Project, 1400 metre little Group 3 assignment. Cool Company, fresh up off a successful campaign in the UK. How's he done since settling in?
He's done well in terms of condition. He looks great. He's a good relaxed horse with a great attitude. Still adapting to our training style and conditions that they work under. Saturday will only be an entree of what you'll see in the autumn. He'll be a much better horse in the autumn. In saying that, he's drawn well. He's got Hugh Bowman aboard. He's a cheeky chance, but he'll improve lengths on whatever he does on Saturday in the autumn.
Good Project, back to the 1400 metre distance.
I don't think that'll be a problem. I think he's fairly well placed. Out of the handicap a little, but she's a good horse. There's another race for a Melbourne Cup Day. We might see what he draws there and choose between the two, and it's likely Mr. Lyle will be down for the Tuesday. And we all know what it's like when your horse is racing at the meeting, regardless of being a Group 3 or just a $100,000 race on Melbourne Cup Day. If you're there in attendance, I think that's a big part of the thrill of racing a horse.
Obviously, Group 3 probably adds a bit of value to his crown jewels.
It would, but irrelevant really in this time, this day and age. Breeders only want Group 1s, so it's best kept to his grade, and he could win on Tuesday and still fit into a Group 3 at the bottom of the weights.
If he did run on Saturday, would you look to back him up in an Emirates Stakes?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Coolmore Stud Stakes, Japona's May, Japanese Me, and Counter Attack. One's drawn one side, others drawn the other side. Both flying at present.
Yeah. Japona's Me, his run was good back at the Roman Consul. And
his run was super.
Yeah. It was in the wrong part.
His Redlining first 800 just was on empty as 100.
And he's adapted well to the straight racing or working. He's worked up there twice, had a jump out and then a gallop on Tuesday morning and adapted well. Glenn Schofield rides, he rode him in the jump out on Friday morning, was very taken by the way he worked. Barrier 3, which is right next to Exosphere, which is going to be a very short price favourite and obviously the horse to beat. Counter Attack, he's drawn the opposite side, which is probably the speed side. Seeing a horse like, what's his name?
Super One.
Super One drawn there. Although Hugh Bowman's aboard, I would say he'll still lead and be a nice horse to get a bit of smother from.
Pressured the leader the other day over 1,000, so
yeah, with Huey on, he might switch off a bit though.
Any thoughts? $500,000 Group 1, you'd be probably vying for a little bit more cash next year, wouldn't it?
I think this is a good example of common sense where, irrelevant the prize money, the status takes the horse to the race. Exosphere would have run in this race if it was 200. So would Counter Attack, being a colt. any colt that wins this race is worth a minimum of $10 million. That's the price tag, and I'd say providing the VRC can continue to market it that way, they'll get away with saving a bit of money on prize money. So probably a pretty smart idea once they've created the status. Just like the Golden Rose, I think that's now a stallion making race. They don't need to go to 1.5, 2 million. They keep it at $1 million. It'll be the best race in the spring.
Lexus Stakes, two old war horses here, Janube and Hawkspur. Good to see both of them back in form last start.
Yeah, terrific runs in similar circumstances again on Saturday, I guess. A bit more depth perhaps, but top of the weight's always a concern, especially over the longer distances. I feel they feel the weight more than they do over the shorter trips. And that's the case with our two boys, within both drawn wide, 10 and 12 respectively. Good jockeys aboard, Blake and Hugh. Can't fault their work. If anything, I'd say they've improved since their last runs.
3 runners in the McKinnon Stakes, Index Linked, Flamingo Star and Weary. Thought Index Link was terrific the other day. Weary's been out of form for a couple of runs, but he can do that. Flamingo Star, interesting runner, should have finished a lot closer in the Toorak.
My word. All drawn wide, 13, 11, 9. Weary, I think we have to go back to riding him quiet. And he's been back to Sydney and ran well in a trial since his last run, just to give him a bit of confidence. Index Link was a huge run, second up. And he's not a weight for age horse, but it's one of those races, it's the end of the road for a lot of horses. Some are backing up from the Cox Plate, well, the better horses are backing up from the Cox Plate. There's a few there that are out of form, and there's a horse like Index Link that is still on the way up in terms of their fitness. So I'm sure he could finish in the first 6. Whether he's good enough to win is another story. And I guess the same could be said about Flamingo Star. It's a bit cheeky to be running him in a weight for age race, not being a Group 1 winner or performed in a weight for age event before. But his run was good the other day. Admittedly, he got back. It was a soft run and he should have finished off, but he certainly did. 2,000 metres will suit, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him bring it a little bit closer on Saturday.
If 2,000 metres does suit, I think this horse will go very close on Saturday.
Shivers for timbers.
It's usually a rough result, this race.
It's never been an out favour,
short price favourites have been rolled before. Yeah, I'll be having a little bit of Cyril and Flamingo Star Saturday, I think. Raw Descent and Amicus in the mire. 2 gorgeous mares. Amicus just can't draw a barrier, which is frustrating.
Barrier 11 again. At least she did win at Flemington at her last winning start 3 runs back from a similar gate. She'll get a bit of cover and see how she can work into the race. Raw Descent comes back from the Caulfield Cup failure, but it was good to see Glenn Boss shut her down as they entered the straight. She wasn't put under any pressure once he knew she was beaten. She's pulled up well, very bright, bucking her brands off, as we say. And she's one of the best milers in the country, racing against her own sex at weight for age level.
Delectation last race, 1,200 metres, up or down the straight, however you want to call it. I reckon we watched this race. Was this? No, anyway. This is not a bad race for him.
Good race for him. I think it'll be very hard to beat. His run first up, or second up, was outstanding. Beaten by Chautauqua. She's trained on brilliantly since then, including a jump out up the straight last Friday to ensure his fitness levels are maintained with the 4 weeks between runs. He'll be hard to beat.
Good. Anything else?
We're going to do a special edition next week or anything for the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, we'll do it from somewhere. Crown?
Mercedes.
That's where we go. Yeah. I just honestly, I can't get down to sleep till Saturday morning and get my Crown bet up on my phone.
You're not coming back to Ridges on Saturday night?
Yeah, I'll go and pay the boys.
Oh, we got one in Melbourne. No, we're going to go to Crown though, are we? We'll go to Crown on Saturday night and shout the bar.
Yeah, we shout the bar.
Shout the bar at Crown. Yeah. It's a lovely joint.
But for those that are staying in Sydney, Rosehill Ridges provides you plenty of options. Parramatta,
They got one in Melbourne.
Yeah, I know. I go there as well. I actually hang out there Friday afternoons if anyone's around for a
That's
beer.
if Crown's closed.
And I also spend a bit of time at the Art Series hotels.
What are you driving
Just
when you go to Melbourne?
when I go to Melbourne, what am I driving? Mercedes. Hey, we just had a funny thing this morning. Just leave you with this thought. So many people, like there's overused cliches in racing, and as there is in most sports. But I think the most overused quote I've heard all week is the word proper when describing something. Like this horse has got proper form, or it's a proper horse. Can we just leave proper out?
Just like you had a proper pay rise last year.
When?
Last year.
I didn't get no pay rise.
This year. You had a lot of proper pay rises.
Oh, I'm just still knocking it off out of the till. Hey, Derby Day, best days racing all year, all bar none, and I just can't wait. So I hope you're all excited as I am, and see you in Melbourne.